What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Gonna give you guys my thoughts on the rest of the Astral pack, which was basically leaked by Cordero last night. I was asleep, so I didn't get a chance to see it then. But gonna give you guys my views and opinions on what we now know. Let's start with the super rares. Flamvell Firedog. This is a good pick because Cosmo Blazer is primarily about fire support. So I mean, it's gonna work with a lot of good fire cards and Cosmo Blazer. Not to mention the Heat Wave milling card for Laval's is about to come out, so Laval's can see play. I know Flamevell Firedog fits well in Laval, so this overall seems like a really good pick. Another super rare, Genex Undine. This is probably going to be the chase card for the entire set, mainly because, I mean, you look at Mermail Atlanteans, and it's kind of the hottest deck going right now. It's already an expensive deck, so it's not like people who play the deck are opposed to dropping money on it, because to pick everything up, it's quite, a pretty penny. And I think that this card being in hollow form, because the only other way to get it with a little bit of bling on it was out of the dual terminal, which is, that's extremely difficult to do, not to mention once dual terminal cards are gone, they're gone. So this is the best card in the deck. It gets everything running. Auto +2 on summon, skill drain effect veiler, Phoenix chain, don't stop it. So this could easily be like a $25 card. I mean, maybe I'm going a little too high on that, but I think that this might be the ultimate chase card of the set. Inzektor Centipede is a super rare too. Definitely liking that because Insectors just won a YCS, their first ever. It's always been a good card. It's probably more important than ever right now because the deck relies so much on Ladybug and Sword, and being able to use this card for OTK pushes and kind of being the engine that gets the entire deck started. I played the deck, and Inzektor Centipede is the heart and soul of the deck right now. It's imperative, and it's nice that you get a little more shiny. I wish this would have been an ultra rare, but I'll settle with super. Another super rare, Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit, for anybody who wanted to test out Tefnuit Dad, and just for Hieratic decks in general. Like, I've always felt like Hieratic is a really good deck that nobody knows how to play against. I believe that that's probably the biggest reason. It's very sporadic. The deck can open sometimes inconsistent, but I feel like it's a good deck, and a lot of the cards weren't hollow. A lot of them were like rares and commons, and that kind of sucked. So this is definitely good for anybody playing that deck. Moray of Greed. Now, originally some Atlantean Mermail players were playing Moray of Greed. I think that it's kind of dropped. You might see that dip down, especially when you see more when there is basically a standard build. So many different types of builds topped YCSC tech. It's going to be kind of difficult, but I do believe that Moray of Greed didn't see as much play as some people initially thought. And then we have Hidden Armory. This one's random. Like, the card has really never seen a lot of play. In Japan, there was the whole premature burial rescue cat OTK with like a Brio, but I mean, everything I named has been banned, so like, this shit is not doable anymore. And then for commons, there are two really good commons. First in here, Closed Forest. That is amazing because you can side that against Dark World, you can side it in against spellcasters, spell books. You can side it in against Gravekeepers. Not only can they not activate their field spell, but when they destroy it, they still can't put their field spell on the field that turn. And this card came out, and I believe it was like a video game promo or something like that. I don't know, but it was like $30, and it was first released, and it had never been reprinted to my knowledge, and they just kind of needed it. Second, Dragon Ice. I forget what set Dragon Ice came out of, but this is actually hot tech in the Mermail Atlantean deck because you can use it to discard your Atlanteans. You can make sure your opponent doesn't OTK you with a deck like Chaos Dragons or Insectors, and it puts a body in their way. If your opponent special summons during the battle phase, you can use it then. And again, at the same time, you can discard Atlantean Dragoons and Atlantean, heavy infantry and Atlantean marksmen, blow some cards up at the same time. And this stupid card had only been printed in secret rare only. You know what? I think it came out of Gladiator's Assault. I think it came out of Glad Assault, and it was like $50 on like Troll and other merchants and stuff like that. So it's like, why is this stupid card, which is playable in one deck and it hasn't been relevant for the past like 5 years, this much money? And it's just glad to see that it's relatively going to be like a fucking penny card now. So thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think of this set. I mean, that freaking super rare Undine is going to be so hot. And I'm personally, if I was playing the Insectors right now, I would jump at some centipedes. But thank you guys for watching as always.